Right, ladies and gentlemen, I am recording, just so you know. Alright, hopefully, because this is trouble Zoom. You all listening? Alright, because I've been going round, and a lot of people have got really good ideas, but there have been some spelling and grammar mistakes. Okay? So it's worth going through that. So I said this was our communication in maths. Therefore, just like if you're writing in English or your Spanish, we have conventions that say this is how we do it. Even if you go, oh, but that's what I mean, you can tell. Yeah? But I was saying to Aviot, if he was talking about his dog, and his dog was spelled D-I-G, all right, I'd know he meant dog, but it's still wrong, right? The spelling's wrong. Okay? You can use poor grammar, like what I did just then, yeah? Alright? So, we've got to get things right. So, first off, 3 times a number. I'm pretty sure you've all got
3x.
3, and I'm going to do A, just because it's A. If you've done an X, if you've done a H, if you've done what, but what should we not have? A times 3, 3 times A.
Or A3.
Or, yeah, good, A3.
That's A versus.
Again, you can argue, but they all mean exactly the same thing. You know what I'm talking about, and that is true. But we did talk about this, didn't we? A couple of us. We said, well, if, for instance, I did do an X, well, then it would be, if I change that for an X, then this would be XX3 or 3XX. Which, so there's 2 reasons, which is I always do curly X's just in case I do need to do a time symbol. But when we're doing algebra, we tend to try and stay away from using a multiplication cross.
That's why some people do the dots for multiplication.
Some people do dots, yeah. A number increased, so increase means to add. So I'm going to have B plus 7, but we all know that B plus 7 and 7 plus B are same thing. We can do either. Well, 7B means to multiply, doesn't it? It's not being increased by, so for instance, if you've got $10 in your pocket and I increase that money by $7, how much money have you got? 17. But if I multiply it by 7, that would be $70. So that would be a lot different. I'm not giving you $70.
Yeah.
Alright? Not even giving you 17, but that's not, yeah. A number multiplied by 5? Well, you can see they're trying to slip you up here, aren't they? So, Sophie? 5x, I'm going to write 5c. You notice they put a number second, a number first, just to try and get you to do it the other way around. 12 more, well, it's the same thing as increasing. So, Hayley? D plus 12 in my case. Or 12 plus D. Works either way around because we're adding. A number reduced, I should say reduced, is another one of my spelling mistakes. Reduced by, reducing means to subtract. So, Maddie? So I'm going to do E minus 13. What about 13 minus E?
No.
Good. Not meaning the same thing, does it?
Because if 5 was minus by 6, it would be negative
the same thing as 6 minus.
Yeah, so if I said you've got $10 and I subtract 7, you've got 3, but if we do it the other way round, you owe me 3. Well, that sounds awesome. Micah?
F plus 60.
So sum of means to add, yeah? So let's do F plus 60, or 60 plus F. A number, what's typing's awesome. Seb. Alright, so I'm going to go for G divided by 2. Now, just chatting with Aviot there, he likes writing like this, which is not a problem in this case, but it gets a bit confusing when it starts getting more complicated. So if we've got space, I'd rather not do, this is what we call, you do it because you've got it's difficult on a computer.
Yeah.
We also try and avoid now, maybe this is the first time, we're not going to do this.
I did.
No.
Because what do those two dots represent?
Oh.
The two things, yeah? The G and the 2. So put the G and the 2 where the dots are. Yeah? Haley?
What if you did like the sideways thing, added like dots and
Oh, no, it's doubling up on the mistakes, isn't it? Because that looks like a percentage. I'm not going to say this is wrong, by the way. This one, Abby did that. If you've written it like that because you write big and you've needed the space, fine. But there is one that Abby and I have talked about. We'll try and get to. But we'll have to do that next lesson.
What?
Would be worth you having a word at home with what you've done and having a check whether your parents or big brother or sister agree with what you've written.